Last time on Fantasy Adventure Machine.
Just whatever you do, don't go to the Haven, man.
So we need to immediately go to the Haven, everyone?
Shar, hey girl, I didn't expect to see you here.
Oh my god, Albert!
Why don't we go and tell everyone in Congress to start passing civil rights stuff like right now?
So I take Horace Page inside the holodeck.
Dude, like I know this beach.
Oh yeah, Page. There's
Are you
a
saying
library?
they took him to the Library of Congress?
A red filter goes over your vision, and you will now obey everything this man asks you to do. Roll shoot.
I got a 1.
Congratulations. You tackle this man to the floor, pull out your gun arm, and blow his head off. All right, Effie, when last we left you, you had just, against your own will, blown off the head of a police officer. Now, luckily for you, and I'm going to use luckily with, some quotes, the blood and brain matter all over you has given you a little bit of a shake. So you can now roll will to see if you can break the cyborg programming that currently runs your mind.
Okay, now I just rolled 1 positive and 1 negative, so I get a 2.
Okay, you do not break out.
I will try using Wheel of Steel.
That pushes you to a 4?
Yeah.
Okay, you come to with your face covered with blood and a headless police officer under your body.
Oh, not again.
Oh no.
Chaos, I thought you said you fixed my brain.
Sorry, they're interference. Don't know. Someone else. Timeline.
I'm surfing.
So helpful.
Sir Knight.
So helpful.
Is it my turn again?
Yes.
Okay, just seeing that she killed someone, I'm switching targets, and I'm actually going after her this time. And I'm sorry, Effie, I'm going to shield bull rush you,
No worries.
running out of the small room and going to attempt to just bowl you over while you're on top of this guy. That is a +8 that I rolled.
Roll athletics or physique, your choice to try and evade.
I'll roll athletics. And I get a 4.
Okay, that is a 4-shift hit to you.
I will cross off my 2 stress box and get a mild consequence.
I said that thee were a circus performer!
Ta-da.
What's the mild consequence, Dan?
Oh, I give a mild consequence. So this is physical. I hit you in the back, pushing you forward. That would be, my back. Okay. Okay.
All right, the one-breasted man goes next. Yes, excellent. Thank you for containing the danger, Mr. Knight. I think that we definitely can find a use for you in our organization.
It's not Mr. Knight, it's the Lone Knight!
Yes, very good, Mr. the Lone Knight. We appreciate your service. And he goes over with a device to interface with Effie. This is sort of like, what does it look like? You know what a meat thermometer looks like? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks like a meat thermometer.
Oh.
Not liking
And
this.
he takes this and he puts it to the top of your head. You are pinned, so you can try to evade, but you're going to have a very bad chance at it.
I will try anyway.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I just rolled 4 pluses. Oh my gosh. 7.
Okay. Dan, I'd like you to roll your physique against that. And you'll get a +1 from this man.
That... I rolled a negative, so that is with a +1, it's a great, a +4. So she succeeded with style.
So we're going to go
Amazing.
ahead and use the consequence you put on her to add +2 to the roll. And then this man is going to use a fate point for his dogged trait. And now you're winning. Congratulations.
Yay, I'm winning. Psst, you
No,
circus
Dan, no.
expat.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll use Circus Expat to slide out from under Dan like smooth like butter, like criminal undercover.
All right. You managed to evade the probe. This is really quite infuriating. Could I have some assistance, please? The cops are not in the mood to give assistance, however. And the 4 remaining cops, one of them attempts to flee over you. He fails and ends up sprawled with the two of you on the floor. And the others attempt to bull rush the mystery man. And because I can't roll positives, they also fail. And it's back up to the lone knight.
Okay,
And this guy gives us some serious, like, tall white vibes, which is a kind of alien for everyone who didn't know.
Thank you for that. I feel like we've all been educated.
How do you know about types of aliens?
Oh, I spend my time researching a lot of important topics.
okay, I think I want to try something a bit different this time.
Okay.
I want to use rapport. I want to try and talk this situation down. Charm Effie to stop killing.
Let me put it this way. You are able to report anyone you have not attempted to attack.
Which is no one. Are the cops here?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I will try and report the cops to inspire them. And are they considered my party at this moment?
No.
Darn it. Okay, this might work though. Okay, I'll just try and inspire the cops around me. I don't know what is happening, but this man has a device that is controlling this woman, I think. But this woman is also dangerous, but we must take them both down. Art thou with me to take them both down?
Wait, I'm sorry. You want us to attack the guy who just, appears and disappears and the woman who just blew this other guy's head off?
I believe in thou. I believe in the police officers of this. Am I in a different time? I don't know, but I believe because I work with thy in my own city to take down criminals and to bring justice.
Roll rapport.
Will a 6 work?
Will a 6 work? Yeah, sure. What do you want them to do?
I want to give them a boost to be able to perform better.
Sure, they can have an aspect to let them roll better once.
Cool. Then my best foot forward, twice per session, I may upgrade a boost to a full situational aspect with a free invocation that any party member can use.
Okay. You have inspired these cops to take on things that they're terrified of.
Yes. That's why we're here.
All right. Effie, you need to roll to evade another brain probe coming your way.
I got a 5.
Okay. You managed to evade another poking brain probe coming for your brain place.
Smooth like butter.
Now, Miss Derringer, your father would be very disappointed if he saw you resisting this way.
Oh my gosh, I want to kill this guy so bad. I can't
Yeah.
believe I saw him in an alley and let him go.
I killed my father.
I mean, you might think that, yes, but things are not as they appear, and I would be happy to explain it all if you will comply.
I want to flip him off and run away.
Okay, go ahead and roll acrobatics to try and move away.
And then also provoke for flipping off.
Shut up. So, athletics.
The cops are going to try and keep you from getting out.
Oh, crap, and I gave him a boost.
Yeah, and this is an opposed
Knew that
roll.
was going to come back to bite me in the butt, Dan.
What did you roll, Effie?
I rolled 2 pluses, plus I have 3, so that's 5. And if I can use pursuit mode, then it would be 7.
Okay, so you are on a 5 this time. Unfortunately for me, I cannot roll positives ever. So, even invoking that aspect for the guards will not help. You manage to get out of the room and start heading for the door. The cops are now pursuing. Okay, and they get a good roll. So now we're going into a challenge. Congratulations, it's a challenge. Now, if you remember challenges, you will need to beat the guards plus the knight plus the mystery man 3 times before they beat you 3 times in opposed checks.
Okay,
So-
what am I rolling for first?
You tell me. You get to start. How are you going to try and evade the guards?
Am I still inside the building?
You are currently inside the building, heading for the entrance.
Does the Library of Congress have any really big windows?
It does now.
Cool. I want to use my rocket boot.
Okay, roll resources to see how this goes.
I do want it on the record that the one-breasted man is not in my party.
All of you are trying to stop her from escaping. Unless
Kind
you
of
tell
seems
me
like he
otherwise.
is, yeah.
But I sent the cops
Dan,
after him
you
too.
bad, bad man. I got a 3.
Okay,
If I don't make it to the window, can I at least land on top of a shelf in the library? Because that would be cool.
Good news. You managed to evade the guards by getting out, but they're right behind you.
They can go through the window?
Sir Knight, I'm giving you the next action in this challenge. What would you like to roll against Effie to try and catch her?
I'm going to try and provoke and yell her to stop.
This will be resisted by will, Sarah.
Yeah.
Stop!
That was great, Dan.
Thank you for that.
I got 3.
Yep, and I rolled negative, so I got a 1.
Oh no.
All right, no success for you.
Oh yay.
Effie, as you land outside, you notice the mystery man has somehow gotten out the door and is very close to you as well. How are you going to avoid the mystery man?
I'll use athletics. I will just do some cartwheels down the hill.
Okay, cartwheels down the hill. Roll athletics.
Okay, I got a 4.
Okay.
I feel like this is a time where you could use your stunt, right? The pursuit mode?
Sure.
There's no cost, so you may as well.
All right. Well, that makes me, 6.
Okay, you see him nowhere in sight. As you cartwheel down the hill, you suddenly fall under just this huge buzzing in your head, like having the worst migraine of your life, and I need you to roll will.
Well, I got a 4.
Okay, so you are going to fail this part of the challenge, which puts you
That's
on
fair.
2 wins and the pursuers on 1 win. As you double over, you next come up on the lone knight charging down after you. How do you evade him this time?
How do I avoid the lone knight? I would like to hide in the shadows.
Okay, this will be your stealth versus the lone knight's notice.
I got a 4.
4.
I got a 4.
All right, so that is not a victory unless we want to invoke some skills.
I'll invoke being a forgetful sniper for my good hiding skills.
And with that very convincing use of your skill, you win the challenge and escape.
Woohoo! Yay!
It was worth it.
All right, and with that, I think we can call that scene to a close and head back to the bar. And what did you call this drink again?
This is the gender bender.
And what makes it, per se, a gender bender?
Well, it's got different kinds of spirits. So it's got tequila and then some Baileys, and I add in some grenadine and some blue raspberry. So it kind of like swirls together, and
That does not sound good.
it is not good. It is not. It's not good.
Okay.
It's a real drink that is horrible. But anyway, and so it looks like a brain being torn apart by the 2 different genders. So that's why it's a gender bender.
Ah, indeed, this is most ingenious. I do appreciate your service, sir. And this man runs his finger down your chest.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be $6.50, mate.
Goodness, that's an expensive drink for this time period.
No, it's actually 50 cents for the drink. It was $6 for running his finger down my chest.
He stuffs it into your waistband.
Much obliged.
This is not the first waistband tip you've received so far today.
Okay, excellent. My waistband is stuffed with the appropriate singles.
Sarah, are you okay?
No, you mean stuffed by appropriate singles.
Yes, yeah. And some inappropriate singles too.
Most definitely.
This is not the place I thought I would take my character when we signed up for this thing, okay?
Welcome to Fantasy Adventure Machine After Dark.
It's always been after dark. We never start recording while it's daytime.
Tell me, how may I acquire your services for future drinking? Do you do parties?
Exclusively private ones, actually, yeah. But I'm
Private
pretty hard to get a
parties.
hold of. My dance card is fully booked, mate. Try me again another time.
Ah, it's a pity, but I suppose I can find you here with the wonderful lady who started this.
Yeah. What do you know about that wonderful lady, by the way?
Ah, yes, well, the lady. She came out of nowhere. She started this wonderful establishment where finally I may be free to be myself. And the man pulls on the dress that he's wearing. Frankly, I can hardly find myself leaving this place.
I said to him, you know what, mate? That's fantastic. And I pour him a drink, and I say, this one's on me. Have a good time.
There you go. So, what do you think? I think it's a pretty good idea. We can go start working on Congress members right now, and by the time the vote comes around, we'll be able to get a majority of them on our side.
I'll be completely honest, Amber. I'm totally all for this, but I feel like I need just a little bit more information. Like, I have a time ship. Do you have a time ship?
Darling, like I told you, I just have the suit. It's not very flattering, but it works.
But it can only, like, help one of us, right?
I'm sure we can find another suit if there's something wrong with your time ship.
Well, no, here's the thing, is that Shar takes out her comms at this moment. And she goes, look, Amber, if I do what you want to do, which I do want to do, then I'm pretty sure we're going to create a time anomaly. And the people that I work to, like, get rid of the people that create time anomalies. So if you and I do this, we have to have an escape plan.
Don't you think that, like, maybe we could just convince your friends to do what we want to do?
I'll be honest, I don't know if we'll be able to convince them.
Hey, Mr. Zoomin. Mr. Zoomin.
No, don't ask Sue. Don't ask Sue.
Yeah, love?
Nothing. Can you get us some drinks, Sue?
Yeah, sure. And I bring over an apple teeny for your friend and a mint julep for you. But like, you know, and I hand him over and I'm like, you guys having a good time?
Oh, the best. It's always so fun to meet up with old friends, especially in places you don't expect them.
It looks like you're having a really good time, Zoo. And Shar kind of like ruffles the singles.
This is the best night we've had in months. I simply must keep you.
Yeah. I mean, this is great, and I'm so proud of all these people.
I think that we can really do a lot of good for people who are disadvantaged by the unfortunate times they lived in, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's you know, a very noble thing. And just then I hear someone calling for a drink, and I'm like, I gotta run, but you know, this is off the hook or whatever it is that people say in this time. Yeah, come see me later.
As you start to leave, Zoo, Shar like grabs your sleeve or whatever clothing you have left on.
Off with his shirt.
I'm still wearing a shirt.
And says, Zoo, I think that you need to leave.
Why, Shao? What's up? Is there something that you need me to do?
I think you need to go make sure that, like, everything's fine with Mr. Page. Because, like, you know, he's causing a lot of problems for these people, right?
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want me to stay here and make sure you're all right? I'd hate to leave you and then, you know, something bad happen.
Funny you say that, too. Like, why would something bad happen? Why would something bad happen? I'm totally fine.
Yeah, you're right. You got your friend and this bar, and I guess this is more your scene than mine. I was trying something. It was kind of fun. Look, yeah, I'll go check on Paige. Whatever you want, Shah, no worries. And Zoo starts buttoning up his shirt.
I know that, like,
Yeah,
this is a really cool place and everything, but, like, what if we just left it? Like, I know it's an anomaly, but what if we just left it?
You know, there's things zoologists understand. There's a couple things. First of all, sexuality is an entirely human construct, but that's neither here nor there. There's natural order history, you know, and when you mess with that, things go wrong. I don't know, Shah. It's sort of a big question, but for now, it seems like a good enough place. Anyway, I'm gonna go. You got this. It's fine. I'll just head out and help out Paige.
Okay, thanks, Sue. I'll talk to you later.
Yep, and you notice that Zoo is like taking all the singles out of his pocket and like rolled them up into like a perfect little cylinder thing. And as I walk out, I hand them to just a random lady who's sort of just walked in.
Nice.
And I leave.
All right, you leave.
Look, Amber, I just don't think that my crew is going to agree with this. And you're like welcome to try and talk to them about it, but I just don't feel comfortable telling them that I want to like commit treason against this thing that like we've spent the last, I don't know how long it's been, like a couple weeks? I don't know. The last while, like, trying to fix. Like, I wouldn't have even been introduced to time travel if it hadn't been for, like, time anomalies, you know?
Now, listen, if you're really worried about him just, like, not really getting it, you and I both are very, very convincing, if you know what I mean. Maybe we could just convince them just a little bit, just for a while, until they get the hang of it, and then I'm sure they'd be willing.
I don't think I feel comfortable doing that to my friends.
It's for the greater good, though, babe. Like, you know how bad these people need this. You know how hard it is. And if we're not willing to do a little bit that hurts us to help other people, like, what are we even doing?
Look, I would just rather, like, I don't know.
You just want it to be you and me? Like, I can find you another suit. We can go and do our thing.
If you can find, like, another suit and we have, like, another way out, then I'm in. But unless, like, we have an actual escape plan, I mean, you can try and go and convince my friends, but you saw how Zoo was. Like, he has all this philosophy and stuff like that, like, I don't know, it kind of goes over my head.
Okay. So all I need you to do to help me get a suit is just find somebody else who's come from the future, and I'll talk to them and they'll give it up.
Where do I find someone else that's come from the future?
I don't know. There's a couple of them around. Like, there was this really angry guy who came in the other day, and I just told him it was fine, and he left. But, like, I know he's still around from here, and he, like, didn't come from this time period. I just didn't really need another suit, you know?
What did he look like?
He was, like, kind of like he didn't take very good care of himself. And, like, maybe, like, he thought he was in, like, a detective novel or something.
Did he have greasy hair?
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Ask how many breasts he had.
Char puts her comms back on and she says, "Hey, Chaos, have you been to a gay bar recently?"
You know I'm not old enough to drink, Char.
No one took IDs here.
I've been on the ship. What do you guys know?
Okay, just checking. Just checking. Do you know where that person went, Amber?
I told him to, like, take a hike, so, I don't know, look out on, like, a trail, maybe?
You're, like, super helpful, Amber. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad we get to work together on this. I'm really excited to all the good that we can do. Do you want to take a selfie real quick, just, for the road?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. As you're taking a selfie, you hear Effie's communication come in, asking for help from Chaos.
Amber, I have to go. Like, right now, I have to go.
Do you want me to come with you? Like, I can be pretty helpful.
No, I think you should stay here, and then I'll text you when I have, like, an update, but I have an emergency, with someone anyway, I'll come back. I'll text you. Something. You text me. It's fine. Anyway, I gotta go.
Okay, totally. You be good, okay?
Char runs out of the building.
Okay.
And she gets on comms again. She's like, "Chaos, do you have a location on Effie?"
Yeah, she's up at the Library of Congress, but I think she's starting to move back towards the ship.
Can you, like, text me an image or, like, send an image to my phone that has a map? Because I'll be honest, I, like, super don't know what I am.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get right on that. As you look down at your phone, you accidentally run into someone whose hair is full of pine needles. Whoa, hey, it's you. I wasn't really expecting to see you so soon. I thought I'd, like, have to, track you down or something. Do you get the call about Effie? Like, we probably should do something about that, huh?
Hi, do I know you?
Yes, no, kinda. You should, but I've been, like, waylaid, I think is the right term to use. I'm Jerome.
Are you sure you're Jerome? You sound like somebody from Bob's Burgers.
Is Jerome this season's Jake Baum?
Hey, Jerome. I don't know you, and I don't know how you know Effie. Like, do you have a past relationship with her?
No, listen, Vic asked me to come take a look in on you guys, because, like, they were kind of worried about what you'd be doing on your own,
So Vic thought I needed a babysitter that has pine needles in his hair?
He said, some chick asked me to take a hike, and after that, everything kind of turned into a big blank.
Okay, Jerome, I think that you should probably actually go take a hike, because you smell bad. But also, like, how do I even know that you're here from Vic? And also, I'm gonna start running this direction, so if you can keep up with me, that's great, but just so you know, I run 5 miles every day and sometimes more, so good luck.
Go ahead and roll athletics just real quick.
Great. Hey, I got a +3 and I have a +2, so I have a +5.
Okay, you pretty quickly leave Jerome in the dust. No, really, like, seriously, we need to talk. It's very, I can be useful. I'm like the last field agent that's left with the agency. It's very, gosh dang it.
She just calls over her shoulder. Yeah, well, if you're here from Vic, then you know how to find Beth, and then you'll know how to find me, so.
Muttering in accent.
Muttering in accent.
We are going to time skip you to the point that you catch up with an Effie who is covered in blood. Effie, where are you hiding?
Behind the statue outside of Beth.
Okay, so you're all the way back at Beth.
Shar rolled a -1 on notice, so I have a +1 on notice, and so Shar is mostly just like yelling for Effie.
And just then, I guess Zoo arrives because I'm also going back to Beth.
Yep. So 3 of you outside.
Should I roll notice?
Sure.
I got a +3.
All right. So none of you see Effie unless she wants to be seen.
I will step out in an ashamed way.
Ah!
Shar
Holy crap.
immediately like rushes and gives Effie a huge hug.
Congratulations. Now you're both covered in blood.
Oh my gosh, Effie, are you okay? Like, I heard what you said. Are you? Do you want to kill Chaos? Like, are you okay? Oh my gosh, what is this? What is this on you? Is this your blood? Oh, I might be sick. Oh,
It is not my blood. It is
Okay.
getting sticky, though.
I can tell.
I'll get the sawdust.
You're gonna cover me in sawdust?
No, I thought it was for my vomit.
Both accurate.
Oh, that makes sense. I don't want to kill Chaos, but I am frustrated because he told me that he fixed my brain, but he did not fix my brain.
Oh my gosh, Chaos, are you a liar?
What? Oh, hi guys. I fixed her brain so she wouldn't hunt me anymore. The rest was like kind of more difficult, you know what I mean?
I see how it is, Chaos. It's always about you, isn't it?
Only when there's a cyborg trying to murder me.
You know what? I feel like all of us are just only in this for us, aren't we? Each one of us really just is here for selfish reasons.
No,
I can't
we're here
believe
to protect the time.
that you wouldn't fix Effie all the way. I can't believe that we're here simply because we all like wanted to do something for ourselves. You know? Does anyone really have a higher purpose here? Does anyone really want to do good?
I believe I was rescued from saving animals from a bushfire and was told that I could help people, and that's why I came, but...
Do you feel like you're actually helping people, Zoo?
I mean, no. I kind of didn't help you very
At
much.
this moment, you hear over comms the sound of Van Helsing laughing as he's surfing in the holodeck.
Let me paint this picture. You finally got up on your surfboard. Horace Page is behind you, holding you around the hips to help you stay upright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I told you it's like totally radical.
Yes, friend Paige! This is the feeling I've been waiting for!
Look, Chaos fixes Effie just so that she doesn't kill him. Zoo, you feel like you're not actually helping people. Van Helsing? What is he doing? He's just in the holodeck having some fun when we're all out here trying to, make a difference. Or, well, I'm out here trying to make a difference, excuse me. And Effie, do you even know what you're doing?
I am revenging my father. If I knew who to revenge on, but I don't.
Look, I know that you want that and I want to support you, but also I think that we should all choose to be bigger than what we're going through.
We're here to prevent the timeline from collapsing. Beth told you all the bad things that could happen if, we don't make sure this law doesn't pass the way it was supposed to.
Look, I think that we can do more than that. I think that we can change the law so that not only are Irish people not discriminated against, but Asians shouldn't be discriminated against, and women shouldn't be discriminated against, and people of all color, and all of the people that have suffered because of people hating gays and trans people. I just think that we should make a bigger difference, guys. We have the ability to affect it, and I think that we can make the timeline better.
We do seem to be sort of a preventative measure, don't we?
Listen, Shah, I completely agree with the theory of what you're saying, but every single time travel movie and thing that I've ever seen says if we
so
mess
you're
with
basing
stuff...
personal philosophy off of movies, Sue?
No, I already explained my personal philosophy about the natural order, but that didn't seem to be a thing that you're remembering, so I'm trying to just speak a different language.
Your natural order sounded really discriminatory, actually, because you were making it sound like it was against natural order for people to love each other.
No, that's the history is the natural order, not the who loves who, Shah. That assumption is really disrespectful. The history already exists literally in a chronological order.
But shouldn't we make that history better?
Listen,
Okay.
Vic trusted us to fix the timeline just like they would have done. I'm sure they had a really good reason. Remember what happened last time we didn't do what Vic told us to?
I'll be honest, I don't remember a time where we ever didn't do what Vic told us to.
I mean, I don't think Vic wanted us to mutiny against them, but yeah.
Yeah, but that didn't actually impact the timeline.
I'm just saying, Vic seemed like they knew what they were doing, and maybe we should do what Vic told us we should.
Yeah, but Vic also had a partner who went crazy and then tried to kill a lot of people.
Yeah, but like, who hasn't had a partner try and do that? Uncle Tom was like really problematic.
Ugh.
Should we maybe have this conversation when two of us aren't covered in blood and we're out in the open?
You know, if you're not willing to listen to me now, you're not going to be willing to listen to me ever. I should have just stayed with Amber.
Wait, who's Amber?
She's my friend, and I guess she's more my friend than you are.
Listen, I think we need to, let's get everybody together and let's talk. I don't understand what's going on here.
I'm trying to make a difference, okay, Chaos?
Yes, we could go back to Jerusalem and stop Jesus from dying.
What are you talking about, dude?
Oh, sorry, I just, I'm having such a great time that I feel I could do anything.
You know, I'm taking my shower and I'm doing my hour-long face care routine, and then I'm packing my bags and I'm leaving. And Char marches off to go and do exactly that.
Oh boy, that girl wasn't lying. She runs fast. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have a little heart attack here. Somebody just like rub my back a little bit. That'd be real nice.
I slap his back.
I think that's, which arm goes numb when you're gonna have a heart attack? Oh gosh.
Logan, have you ever watched Bob's Burgers? And I know you haven't.
No, what is it?
This is exactly.
I know what it is.
You
This
sound
is Teddy.
like Teddy, who is the regular customer at Bob's Burgers.
He's an overweight handyman with a lot of health problems.
Yes.
That was sort of the vibe I was going for with this dude.
Anyway, it's fantastic. Don't change
Yep.
anything.
So I assume this is what your best looks like right now?
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. I'm Jerome Pugh. I'm the last active agent for the Committee for the Restoration and Preservation of Real Time after, Vic retired.
All right. If that's true, show us some identification.
He pulls out a very rumpled looking business card and hands it to you.
Listen, I know it's not pretty, but you understand, we've got so many budget cuts. This was the only time ship that, I don't even know how Vic got this. I've got the one time suit for the entire organization, and they're just no, it's fine. The tourists aren't doing anything wrong. And so I gotta just make sure that you guys are, doing the job that my committee's supposed to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that review may not go so well. I mean, all right, well, welcome aboard, I guess.
Thank you. You can call me Captain Jerome while I'm on board, because I'm like your commanding officer, It's pretty good.
I have to interrupt you, Jerome, but there is only one captain aboard this berth, and it is Master Chaos. I have been programmed to say that.
Yeah, like I said, it might go weird.
Oh my goodness. This is, oh boy. I mean, I know I'm not actually a time captain. I just thought it'd be nice. I'd feel some respect from these volunteers,
You
That's
should
fine.
be able to gather their respect without having to use fancy titles.
So, executive agent in charge probably also isn't going to be very effective then, huh?
Probably not.
I was afraid you was going to say that.
You have a 5% chance of success.
Could you get me to 15?
You should probably tell them your former station.
Oh, Chief Sergeant Master at Arms for the Colonial Army.
That might do, for
Okay.
10%.
Did you ever serve with Vic?
Yeah, no, Vic was
Uh,
my commanding officer. Nick Mo, you know what I mean?
What? What?
Not non-com officer.
Do you know what else that means?
What else does it mean?
It means non-committal makeout.
I forget, you people from the past have very obscure mating traditions.
I mean, if you were
didn't
also
even know
in a
that.
non-committal makeout with Vic, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. I just,
No, it was just a truth bomb.
yeah. Just, if you're good enough for Vic and Vic vouches for you, then I guess you're good enough to come aboard.
What,
and
stick my tongue down your
help us out.
throat?
No. I'm flattered. I just did have a bit of an awakening moment recently, but at the moment, I'm not really in the market for that, Jerome. But Yeah, let's just go aboard. We don't need to
listen,
talk about this right now. Let's
Vic's
just.
pretty stunning, not gonna lie. But like, it wasn't really that sort of relationship. It was professional camaraderie, you know, like
Sure.
y'all have together.
Yeah, sure, no worries. Anyway, let's go. So we're on the ship now.
Okay, I would like to.
Would you like to extract yourself and participate in the plot?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay, tell me how you extract yourself to participate in the plot.
I was wondering, how drunk is Horace Page right now?
How drunk would you like him to be?
Still quite drunk.
Then he is still quite drunk.
Friend Horace, this has been so great. I think that it is time that we go and paint the town red, as you said.
Dude, I'm so excited about this. Also, man, did you know it feels like your swimsuit not even here?
That's so weird. How many drinks have you had, Horace?
Not nearly enough, dude. Not nearly as many as I'm gonna have, but way more than I had earlier.
Radical Horace.
Totally radical, dude.
Hey fam, sorry to interrupt these jaunts through the timeline with something as boring as ads, but here are a few words from our sponsors.
If you don't have room in your luggage, if you want to show off your quads, if in the shower you're afraid of being naked, or if you just want to be prepared with a pair in your wallet in case of a tsunami or a biblical flood or possible Baywatch moment, then you need Barely There swim trunks. Barely There swim trunks. Your partner won't be able to fill them when tandem surfing. Barely There swim trunks. Order some today. Only 98% effective.
Hey fam, thanks for listening today. It's been really awesome doing this show for you guys, and we love to hear from you. And so if you have questions or comments, please reach out to us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, pretty much anywhere that you're on media socially. So are we. If you want to rate us on iTunes or Spotify, that super helps the algorithm, gets our show out there. But the number one thing you guys can do, please, if you can, just refer us to a friend. If you know someone who likes actual play podcasts and weird superhero time travelers, just let them know about us and maybe we can grow our family a little bit. Thanks guys, have a great night.
With our arms, interlocked, I just guide him back through Beth, counting on his inebriated state to stop him from noticing anything too weird. I just open the door and I just let him go. And then I close the door and I lock it.
You just released him into the wild?
Yeah, yep.
All right, you hear no objections on the other side so far. In fact, you just hear America the Beautiful walking away from the ship.
If possible, I would like this to happen while everyone has just come aboard. So they are just kind of in the main area, and I just walk right by with Horace and in my in my underwear, I guess. And
yes, you are.
And I just let him go. I just put him outside.
Everyone sees this happen.
Did we accomplish what we were supposed to with him?
Nope.
Yeah, all we were trying to do is find the gay bar.
We have to make sure he doesn't vote the way he does.
We want to influence.
He's already voted.
Nope. The vote's not for a week.
Wow.
Ideally, you would like to get the provision about banning Irishmen out of his bill.
At the least. I mean, we're now discussing possibly doing a lot more.
I think this is fine.
Okay.
At this point, I've seen Weirder Tonight, so I'm just gonna walk by without saying anything.
Who was that?
Oh, that was Representative Page. He's about to pass a bill that is very discriminatory on Irishmen.
And also Chinese ladies.
Yes.
So, did you fix that?
No, but we had a great time, I think that I'll be able to meet with him in his office and we'll be able to clear it up tomorrow.
That's probably accurate, I guess, if he remembers you.
I don't think that he would remember anything we talked about if we tried to fix it tonight anyway.
Wow, that's actually really impressive. That's social work, that's work using social skills. That's normally we have to shoot somebody. I think that's great. You guys are doing great. Why am I even here?
Meanwhile, Effie's covered in blood.
So much blood.
Effie, you get a text from Shar that is just, "Are you okay?" And it's a letter R, letter U, and then the word okay.
I reply with the word no.
And then you get another text that says, "Do you want to go for drinks?" ?
Hey, have you guys figured out, like, what the other, like, 4 people from the timeline are doing here? I guess 3, not counting me.
There's a man who's trying to get his other boob back.
Are we calling Effie a boob now? Is that what's happening?
I mean, I don't know if I know exactly what happened over there.
Okay, Beth, should we trust Jerome? You were pretty straightforward about trusting Vic, and you were right in the end, so...
I trust him about as far as I can throw him, which is very far, because I can throw him very, very far.
All right, yeah, that's good enough for me. And I say, I pull the card out of my pocket, and I say, there was one bloke who gave me this card and asked me about doing some assassination work for him.
Did he have only one breast?
You know, I don't really remember. He was a pretty normal guy. I think he was a guy. They're pretty normal. They're pretty normal.
Oh boy, you ran into one of the spooks, huh?
I was assaulted by a one-breasted man.
Okay, like, how did you know? Was he not wearing a shirt?
Just had one breast on his jacket.
He was just one giant breast.
That's like, that's a very popular style in the time period that I'm from.
He gave me a migraine that made me kill someone.
He sounds very devious. We should not treat lightly with him in the future.
How are you feeling right now? Are you still feeling like moitery? And he walks away from you several steps.
The buzzing has ceased.
That wasn't exactly an answer to my question.
I feel no more murdery than usual.
Still not an answer to my question.
Oh, this is depressed, Effie. You have nothing to worry about.
Okay, I trust you,
Yeah.
Doctor. You've proven to never lie. That's one of the things we know about you.
Yes, I do not have a deceived score.
Like I said, very trustworthy.
Besides the one-breasted man, there was also a knight with strange dialogue who tried to restrict my movements. He
a
has a
knight?
nice helmet.
That's not on my list. Why is there a knight here?
We found him on our ship.
Oh, and I assume he's still on the ship then. Can we talk to him? He might be important.
No, he left the ship, and then he went to the Library of Congress. And then last time I saw him, I was hiding behind a tree.
Do you think that maybe you guys have made things like infinitely worse than if you hadn't even come in the first place?
That's normal.
Yeah.
That's very good. I spent several days in the woods, and then I come back, and this is happening.
To be fair, we had nothing to do with your hike, but also, you know, we are doing our best to screw things up for the better. So there's that.
That's very cute. Do you think this is like a sitcom or some sort of comedy show?
A shitcom.
That's what I heard.
While you were in the woods, did you meet any scouts? I would really like a Thin Mint.
Thin mints haven't been invented yet, you dingus.
I'm on a time ship. Why do I need to wait for it to be invented? Plus, as I understand it, there are scouts everywhere, and they have cookies.
That has been our experience.
Oh, boy.
Minus the cookies.
Oh,
There
boy.
were no cookies.
As you finish saying this, Effie, a sleeve of Thin Mints drops from the ceiling into your hand because I rolled a +4 on resources to the ship.
It happens.
I eat Thin Mints.
Beth, do you trust these people, Beth?
I trust them more than I trust you, Jerome. The last time we met, you tried to change my circuit board.
Yeah, listen, you're very off spec, and I'm familiar with what your specs are supposed to look like and what your specs do look like, and it makes me nervous when things are off spec.
Master Chaos, would you say that I am off spec?
Yeah, but like only in the coolest way possible.
See, I'm fine, Jerome.
I know better than to argue with a ship full of supers. Like, I can't make you do anything. I'm just concerned.
Sorry, what are you concerned about again?
Your capability to fix the timeline and also, like, your willingness to fix the timeline.
As it is written in Protocol 13 CBA, Jerome, you may file any complaints as you would like with the captain of the ship if you have any concerns about the crew. The captain of this ship just so happens to be Master Chaos.
Jerome looks Chaos up and down.
You guys have a bar on board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna take one for the road. And then, like, just come find me if you want to talk about how to set the friggin' timeline right. I got like a memory wiper thing in my bag. if I can find it. I just want to make sure you're doing a good job. Like, the future's very important to me because I live there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right,
I
well,
want a memory wiper. If I can have the specs, then I can make my own.
Oh yeah, I could. I got right here. He pulls out something that looks like a futuristic flash drive. He like wipes it off on his pant legs and breathes on it a little bit.
It's like, do you want me to just like download the specs into you?
Okay.
Where does the port come out for him to put this in?
My finger?
Okay, he jacks it into your finger.
No.
Don't give me that look. It's established verbiage for this sort of action. Goodness.
Only by chaos.
No, also Mega Man.
Mega
it's in
Man
all
Battle
the Mega
Network,
Man
very
Battle
important.
Network.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
And after you receive a rush of data, he walks off to find himself a drink.
Just before he goes into the bar, Char comes across him in the hallway, and she goes, "Oh, hey, it looks like you finally caught up with me. It was Jerome, right?"
Yeah. No, you were very right. I need to get out more. Like, do you got like some aerobics or something that you like watch while you do your exercise? I feel like it could be very useful for me.
Lately, I've been watching a lot of Schitt's Creek while I exercise, so I'd recommend that.
Is that a very good workout program?
Yeah, definitely. Hey.
Because I was like about the Farrah Fawcett stuff, but then I lost my tapes.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about the rest of the crew. I could hear the conversation on the comms and like kind of sounded like you had a hard time with them, and I'm really sorry about that. You know, I usually am the one that kind of mediates things around here, and so like without me, I'm sure that conversation was a lot harder than it needed to be. But don't worry, like I'm totally here to help you in whatever way so that you can really trust that everything's just gonna be fine. And I'm going to roll good vibes only.
Okay, good.
I rolled a +2, so I have in total a +9 on rapport.
Good vibes are felt. Very good vibes.
So, Jerome, how did you even come to the future or to the past?
Oh, I used one of Vic's bootleg time suits. Like, we don't have very many of them. I think this is actually the last one in the whole committee. And it's kind of a rough ride. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I kind of tossed my cookies a little bit when I got here, but.
Oh, don't worry. I did that the first time that I.
Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing, right?
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then every time that I look like I'm going to be sick, Zoo's like, "I'm gonna get the sawdust," and like, oh, it's so terrible.
He seems like a real prick.
Well, once you get to know him. But hey, like, I would really love to take a look at your suit because I'm trying to do some like interdimensional time travel clothing design so that I can, kind of get some inspiration and maybe take it to Paris Fashion Week in like 2022. And so I'd really love if I could take a look at it.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. Like I can let me just pop in here. I'll get the drink. You don't look, and I'll bring it out. It actually just fits under my suit. I bet you can't tell.
No, I can't tell at all. That's amazing. Yeah, I'll just wait here.
You can
it.
100% tell.
Amazing. Yeah, I'll just wait right here, and you can just pass it to me, and then like as soon as I'm done with my drawings, I'll give it back.
Okay, yeah, no, perfect. It's a little bit restrictive in certain areas anyway, so I don't mind at all.
If you ask Beth, I bet she will give you some really, really comfortable clothes that will just make you feel really right at home.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I'm so glad we ran into each other. It's good to know like the actual leader of the crew.
Yeah, same. Love it, Jerome.
All right, he goes into the bar. In a minute, a hand pops out holding a black suit covered in circuitry.
Okay, thanks, Jerome. It won't be long at all, okay?
Yeah, no worries. I think it's very stylish. Make sure you get all the little circuit patterns. They're very cool.
Okay, sounds
felt
good.
very Jake Baum when I pulled it on.
I don't even want to know, Jerome. I don't even want to know. And then she shuts the door and she folds up the suit and puts it into a large tote bag and then zips the tote bag up.
All right.
And leaves the ship.
Does anyone stop Shar as she walks out?
We're on the bridge.
That's where the door is, canonically speaking. Nobody has to. You could all just let her leave. I'm just giving you an opportunity because I like you all so much.
When Char walks in the room, Zoo looks at her and sees a determined expression on her face and deliberately leaves through an adjacent door. And he goes to his room. He has some feelings about their conversation.
All right.
Hey, make sure you stay in contact. There's like some really dangerous people out there, Shar.
Thanks, Chaos. I always have my phone on me.
Hey, Shaw, before you go, I was not really there earlier when you were talking. You know, I was kind of on the ship. But I kind of caught what you were saying. I was just thinking that we could maybe check to see if there would be any anomalies if we did decide to support this movement that we have found before you go, you know, for full information.
I think we both know that there would be a lot of anomalies, Doctor, but I think that it's time we look past anomalies and look at people.
Sure, I have to tell you my real feelings, which is that I'm afraid. I'm afraid that if we don't maintain the timeline, that I would never have met you.
Well, now you're gonna make me cry. Then come with me, Effie. If you come with me, then we're always gonna know each other.
Wait, are we doing a splitting of the fellowship thing right now?
I don't know, Chaos. Are we?
I hope not. We kind of need all of you if we're going to fulfill our mission.
I just thought that Paris meant something to you, Chaos. The people that we helped there.
That was a historical blind spot. Nobody actually knows what happened there.
So if I go with you, you're sure that I won't just disappear from beside you? And what about Vic? Will things have changed for them?
I think we have to just take it one step at a time, Effie. And I just think that the right step is helping people so that they don't have to, feel terrible every day. And I truly believe that if we can help people feel better and be in a safe place, then that's going to lead to a world where you and I probably met even sooner.
You know, I've been giving this some thought in the last 2.5 minutes. What can 5 people do? Four or 5 people do against all of the bigotry in the past? Have there not always been people who would like to progress human rights, but the numbers of the mass turned against them? Even if we do our best, who's to say that we can make a difference? And the damage we may cause in the process could be irreversible.
I just feel like you don't have a can-do attitude, Doctor.
I mean, there's a lot of really remarkable people on the ship, more than the power of just 5. Not that I'm for this, I'm just pointing out, we're like superheroes. We can do things.
Yeah, I count for at least 20 people, and you count for at least 3.
Yeah, how many followers do you even have? How many people is that behind us?
I have millions. And look, my friend Amber really wants to do this and wants to help us, and she has almost as much as me.
Amber's not there to say anything about that.
Nope.
Sir Knight, the police and you searching together have not been able to find Effie Derringer, the murderer of one John Policeman. It's weird that his last name's Policeman, but that's how it goes. And you come upon, as you are searching, the man in the one-breasted suit. I suppose you also have had no luck in finding the assassin.
I do not know where she is. She has somehow eluded me.
Have you any idea where maybe she might have been headed? Listen, young man, I promise you that if you help me find the assassin, I will take her out of this time period with only one further casualty, and that is an evil woman who has invaded from another time to disrupt the natural order of things.
And I'm going to invoke your trouble here. Childlike innocence, you do believe this. You don't have to agree if you take the trouble. You just have to believe that that's his intention. He is here to kill someone who has disrupted the natural order, and then he will take the dangerous assassin away.
Okay, so yeah, sure. I will agree
Okay.
that is his intention, but I still don't know if I trust him because I don't know what's going on. And so I would like to say, I think she might have gone back to wherever she has Horace Page.
And you happen to know where that might be, Sir Knight? Your assistance would be most appreciated.
I know I saw her and Mr. Page on top of a hill in a building.
Do you in fact mean the capital?
That's where I saw them.
Your assistance is not required, Mr. Knight. You may depart. I have scans to do from my own vessel.
I have a vessel? What kind of vessel do they have?
One that allows me to escort dangerous prisoners through space and time in order to target dangerous people disrupting the timeline. It's really quite something. Would you like to see it?
I don't want to go with this guy. I'm gonna get kidnapped. No, thank you. I was taught when I was very young to not accept candy from strangers.
Nice.
No white van for me.
That's an interesting thing for a knight to have been taught.
Nice.
Well, I will not impose upon you further at this point. May we depart as friends?
And he holds out his hand.
Ooh, I guess the honor is, because I am a knight, I have to act with honor, so I will have to take his hand
Okay.
and shake it.
He shakes your hand and he walks away.
Okay, I will kind of try and secretly brush the hand on my leg when he's like 15 feet away.
Okay. I'd like you to roll me straight fade up and down.
Ooh, that is a 1.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, are the cops still with me? The police officers?
They are, but you can leave them if you want to.
Okay, yeah, I will leave them because they were no match for anybody, so this is something I must do on my own. And I will head back to the strange statue, like in a zigzag motion, trying to be cool and not have any and lose any tails that I might.
As you walk away, you hear, John, why did it turn out this way? John, John.
I actually like John.
I always liked Jimmy better.
So, Sir Knight, as you continue your trek
Oh, me.
all the way back to the ship, we're going to cut back to our crew.
Oh, okay.
You can be. How fast do you walk?
You have to make it seem like we just continued recording from last time, because this is the middle of the episode.
I'm a speed walker.
So, if we go with you, Shar, are we going to get rid of this law entirely? There will be no discrimination against Chinese women or Irish men.
Yeah, I think that, if we can help the Irish men, why can't we help the Chinese women?
Wait, should we be saying this in front of Beth?
Why?
Because it's Beth's mission to conserve the timeline.
Oh, maybe we should talk outside.
I think it would be interesting if Beth had something to say about this.
What is Beth's opinion, Logan/Sarah?
Well, let me check her traits. Must make things right. And change is the only constant. Those are her two. Yeah, they could. Sarah, I'd say that.
Oh, those could go either way.
Yeah, they could. I'd say that Beth is resistant to this to start with.
I have to interject and say that I personally cannot support this, and if you choose to do this, I may have to shut my doors on all of you.
Oh, that's drastic.
Wait, Beth, but you're like, all right.
I have to keep the timeline intact. It is part of my programming.
Don't worry, Beth. We won't do anything to the timeline, I say, as I usher Shar out the door.
Roll deceive.
You're not the GM.
Roll deceive.
Oh, Effie, I know that you could never deceive me, and I know that you would never try and do anything to hurt the timeline, because if we did hurt the timeline, then the timeline forever would be hurt, and that it would be very bad for the future of everything.
Hey, Beth, look over here. I think that there is a tile on the floor that's so shiny you can see yourself with your camera.
Is she a crow?
You know, Doctor, I don't think you understand how an AI works and how I can see everything and nothing all at the same time.
It's so shiny.
So is your forehead.
Van Helsing, I'm sorry, your attempt to invent something that Beth likes has failed.
I was trying to get Beth to see their own reflection. Maybe they've never seen themselves before. I don't know.
You realize, like, they just look at the camera from... It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. But, you know, if you look in your own eyeball and you're like, oh, my eyes are a little bit greener than I thought.
All right, Narcissus.
Okay, moving on.
So that didn't work, but it also didn't need to, so we're fine.
All right, you exit the ship. Should I go with you guys, or I should probably? I'm gonna go with you guys. Beth, I'll be right back. I need to work on FE where the air is clear, in case
we need to strike her with lightning. It's very complicated.
Zoo comes out of his room and walks through the bridge and off the ship and waits outside.
It sounds like things are a little bit complicated between you and Miss Effie, Chaos. I suppose that you want some time to resolve it.
Well, there was that time I kind of like screwed up her brain. I didn't say that out loud. We're going to go now.
I forgot that you were the true antagonist in Miss Effie's life right now.
Listen, I'm pretty sure I heard over comms that somebody like took control of her brain and made her shoot a police officer. I'd say true antagonist. We're going to talk about this later. I need to stop talking.
Hey, Beth, I think that someone, I'm not pointing any fingers, someone might have clogged your restroom, so I'm going to go outside to find another one. It was
The implication being that Beth only has one bathroom.
I will have you know, Dr. Van Helsing, that I do not monitor the restrooms at all. Thank you. I did not want to know that. I have a different protocol for bathroom emergencies.
All the toilets are actually laser toilets. And like, as you poop, it just disintegrates through poop.
So what does it look like to clog?
Can you imagine trying to potty train a toddler with that?
Or can you imagine
the mortality
being
rate would
true,
be quite high?
God.
With that being true, and also with what I said being true, how does one clog a laser toilet?
With very reflective pee, I guess.
Vibranium?
Children are afraid of automatic flush toilets, just so you know.
I'm afraid of automatic flush toilets. All right. Outside the ship, the air is cool. I don't believe there are any bodies from the past confrontations around the ship.
Not around the ship.
Yeah, so I think it's time we should probably go see Amber. I don't know. She's the one who had this, idea in the first place.
Do we have to include someone named Amber?
I mean, I guess we don't, but she has a lot of followers. As I said, not as much as me, but, they could get mad if they're not included.
Does Amber know anything about the Page Act? I mean, if we get rid of the Page Act completely, then don't we just have to, re-kidnap Representative Page?
Oh, yes. I've been thinking about what I said 10 minutes ago about how people in the past probably wanted to change the past as well. But in this case, I have a pretty good relationship with Representative Page. I'm betting that I could get him to completely drop this act if I roll my dice really well. I mean, if I play my cards right.
Yeah, I never heard the expression roll my dice well. Anyway, yeah.
If you guys want to go to Amber, I could go to Paige and see if he'd want to go party with me, and I could take him to the gay bar.
I'll go with you, Shar. I'm glad we're gonna stay together. You know my father. Someday I'll get vengeance for him, but he ain't getting any deader.
Effie, I think that we can get revengeance for him and help other people at the same time. Duality is amazing.
You and I are a great duality.
Oh, yeah, we are. Number one duality ever. You hear that, world? We're a great duality.
Okay, this is my idea. Mr. Page is amenable to me, especially I have found when I get him drinking. So, if you are going to go to the bar, I can go get Dr. Page and we can all go to the bar together where we'll have some drinks and then we can discuss the bill.
Yeah, I'll go with you, Doc, just in case he ain't so amenable and needs some amenabling. And I flex my muscles.
Did someone say gay bar? I don't think I'm allowed in those.
Chaos, you might have to, wait outside.
Yeah, Chaos, I heard that the laser toilet is clogged. Maybe you could take a look at that.
I'm just going to come with you guys and I'll, see what happens.
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Fam. Aunt Eunice just had the gender check on her baby, and guess what? It's a demon abomination. Since there aren't any cards in the stores, please make your own and send it to her address.